What up, Vsauce? Michael here. No, that's a joke. I'm gonna edit that out. Um, what's up, guys? Elmo Chula Grande or whatever it is. So, been away for a hot minute, and my glorious return. I want to do a little discussion video. This is a brand new style of video I'm gonna be messing around with here. But I've been playing The Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion recently, and I'm 6 hours into the game, 5 hours past the tutorial, and it's just been so incredible that I've decided I want to start talking about the first 5 hours of the games I play. So, how is this gonna work? Well, I guess what I'm gonna do is just talk about the first 5 hours of the game, and nothing else, nothing more, nothing less. So, I plan to do this with old games, new games, games I've played before, games I haven't played before. I just want to talk about the first 5 hours of gameplay, and my experience with it, and everything I did, and my impressions of the game based upon that. That's more or less the idea here. So, The Elder Scrolls 4, Oblivion. So, I began the game, I did the tutorial. I chose to be a Nord, I think I was a Nord. Just because I remember them from Skyrim. I don't really have a lot of experience with the Elder Scrolls. I hated Skyrim, even. But, so I just decided to give Oblivion a try. And I loved it. There's this first 5 hours. So, in the first 5 hours, after the tutorial, I just walked outside, and it did something I really liked more than Skyrim. In the beginning of Skyrim, you more or less are told immediately after the tutorial, go here. With this game, Oblivion, I walked out, it said, hey, you can head to Wayne Priory to meet with, go find the, Septim's heir, the new king or whatever. Go find the new king if you want. But it also said, or if you want, you can just go explore. So, of course, I went and explored. I didn't explore, too far from that main gate either. So, I just headed straight across, pretty much immediately. Encountered these two guys, fought them, and, all that jazz. It's quite fun. But then there's a dungeon in there, so I don't go through the dungeon. I keep moving, I found this fort, and there's a dungeon there. That's the first one I went in. And I went through this entire dungeon. Killed everything and looted everything, got tons of stuff. None of it mattered. There was nothing there. Like, I got to the end of it, I think I might have just missed something. And I was like, whatever, It was a neat experiment. Go check all that out. But then I got to the next part. I went back to that dungeon where I killed those two dudes right before it. I realized it was a dungeon and not just a monolith. And so I entered it. And it's this huge, sprawling dungeon. It's even bigger than the last one. I come to a dead end at one point, and I'm just walking around like, well, is there anything left to do? And I accidentally hit a trigger, like a pressure plate, and then it becomes even bigger. And I was like, well, I have to keep going. And like, this place was huge, and you gotta remember, I'm just in the start of the game. I haven't even leveled up yet. At all. I'm still at level 1. So, I start doing all that. And that's cool. I go through that whole dungeon, and at the end I find this guy. I think his name was Jalbert. Doesn't even talk to me, just attacks me on sight. And I'm like, whoa, I kill him, and I'm like, what was that about? And so, he's got a letter in the same room, and it turns out this guy was like, doing necromancy, and that's why there's tons of zombies and skeletons in the dungeon, and he had to, like, run away. Because, like, it's illegal. And I was like, okay, that's cool. You gave this one-off character, who's only in this dungeon, a backstory. That's cool. And I got tons of loot, so I'm pretty set on money at the moment for early game. So then I go to the, I just head to the city. I head to the big city, because I'm like, well, that just makes sense. To go to the, like, main city. So I head over there, and, start doing all that stuff. I just go there. And I just sell a bunch of stuff, and I sell one of the trinkets I picked up in the thing. And next thing you know, this guy's coming and talking to me, and he's like, he's got his fire stand. He's like, hey, my boss wants to see you. So I go and talk to him, and then now I've been recruited as a treasure hunter. And then after that, I was like, well, that's cool, and what do I want to do now? And so I start reading posters about the Gray Fox and the arena. And so I'm like, well, who are these guys, and what's the arena? So I go to the arena, and now I'm an arena combatant. And then, after that, you know, I go find out about the Gray Fox, and I'm in the Thieves Guild. All this in the first 5 hours. I haven't touched the main quest line, and I already feel like I have more of an impact on the world than I did in Skyrim. In this first 5 hours, I've become a thief, a gladiator, and a treasure hunter. And right now, at the 5 hour point, I had just gotten to the Fighters Guild to join them and start doing quests with them and stuff. And I haven't even touched the main quest line. This game has offered me so much freedom. Yeah, that's a good word for it. Freedom. It's got a main quest. It's there. And it's like, yeah, the threat of the world is imminent. You know, go save the world. But at no point have I felt like I have to go save the world. Like, I felt like I can go do what I want to do.
Justice ain't gonna dispense
it's not, the game is like about me. It's about my character and his story. May that be he saves the realm, or perhaps he's just the greatest gladiator to ever live. And I really like that. It's an unprecedented level of freedom for me. I've not really seen a lot of games that give you this much, like, hey, the quest line is here. It's right there whenever you want to touch it. But if you don't want to touch it, you don't have to touch it at all. And it's just, it's incredibly appreciated. So, just, I feel like the game's just going to keep giving me all this freedom and options, even when I've played the game before, I won't lie. I didn't beat it or anything, but, because I didn't like it, because I just followed the main quest line. Because I didn't know what else to do. This time I was like, I'm just not going to follow the main quest line, because I didn't really pay attention the first time. I was like 13. It's been a long time since I played it for the first time. So now I'm doing all this unprecedented level of freedom. I can do whatever I want, it feels. And I haven't even gotten into the combat systems. This is just on what I've personally done. And it feels just way more free than a lot of Bethesda titles, actually. The only one I can think of is one of my favorite games, Fallout New Vegas, has this kind of unprecedented level of freedom, and this game came first. So that's just me gushing about everything I've gotten to do. Let's talk about the combat now. It's stiff, I won't lie. It's not perfect, like, by any means. It feels a little stiff, like the swordplay. It doesn't, I mean, I've started to learn to use shields and stuff, so it feels a bit better, but it still feels really stiff. But it does have one thing I really like, and that's the spell system. At all times, you can have a spell mapped to right bumper, because I play on 360. Sorry about that. But it's kidding me. Is it... There we go. But this unprecedented level of freedom and stuff, the combat's stiff though, but the combat, just to kind of wrap things up, it has the spell system where you can have one mapped to RB. And I play a bard. That was the class I chose. Also, it had a class system, and I appreciate that. But bards don't specialize in magic, but I can still have a destructive spell that I can use. And I really like that, because it feels like, because every time you use a skill, it gets better. Your character gets better. So, you know, I sit here and I use my destructive magic, not being a spellcaster, and my magic skill gets better. And also, in Skyrim, for spells, you had to have them equipped in hand because your shouts were your offhand spells. In this game, I don't have to have them equipped in my hand. So I can wield a sword and still be able to shoot fireballs and have a shield. So it's just a really solid game so far. I'm excited to see the rest. I plan to give my full experience with the game when that finishes. I do want to do more series like this. Do this entire series. I'm gonna pick other games, you know, that I've played the first 5 hours of. I don't expect Overwatch. You know, I'm just putting this up because, you know, people do commentary Overwatch. They usually are put it over completed games, but I just needed to get this out now because I've been wanting to do it and I wanted to play more, but I didn't want to play more before I got the this done. Next time I will dabble in video editing. I'm ready to try that stuff. Recording over Oblivion footage or the game I play's footage, and then uploading that. So that's going to be a good time once I get that all going. But for right now, I think that's all I've got. Good game. I'm really enjoying it. I can't wait to beat it. I don't know what game will be next. I don't know when the next one of these will be. Again, it could be games I've played before. It could be games that are brand new. Like, I might go back and do like Fallout New Vegas or something. I don't know. I might do... It doesn't have to be a long game to get the first 5 hours. If I beat it in like 2, like it's one of those new Sonic games that are apparently like super easy, you know, it'll still be called the first 5 hours, but I'll clarify things like, yeah, I actually beat it in about 20 minutes. Gotcha. So, but I think that's all I've got.
It's high noon. Like
so, thank you guys for watching. Again, hoping to get more things like this out, more video editing. I don't, gameplay's still gonna be happening, you know. I might play more Overwatch, I might not. I know I did a few of the weird lobbies, and then made myself look like an idiot because I didn't realize what game chat was in comparison to team chat. But now I know, so maybe I'll go back into those weird sex servers sometime. That I'm just free, not busy or anything, not playing one of these other games, like Oblivion. But if I'm not, you know, if I don't, I'm sorry. Don't hate me. It's just clearly not a priority. So yeah, be on the lookout for my complete experience with Oblivion, where I'll essentially gush about it some more. And yeah, I'm gonna try and do more discussion videos. Maybe not exactly the first 5 hours of a game. Maybe I'll start ranting about my problems with Hearthstone, or even my problems with Overwatch, such as the ranked system. But that's it for now. I've gone on a lot. This is a very unfocused video. I just really wanted to get it out and talk about that. Really good game, a lot of freedom, solid combat, janky combat system. I like being able to wield spells and the sword at the same time. Are you seeing his headshots? Sorry. Alright, but that's gonna be it for me. Thanks guys for watching. Again, more videos coming soon. Like, subscribe, hit the bell if you're gay. Maybe don't subscribe, I don't care. I'm gonna make videos anyway. It's free. Later guys. Oh wait, no, not later. I have started a SoundCloud. And I'm gonna be making music. Check that out. Young Carcinogen is the name. I might change the YouTube channel name to that. I probably won't. But just be on the lookout for more from that.
Someone call the Undertaker.
Alright. Later.